Can you hear me? He's gone. Where's he going? Where's he going?
I don't know. It's far better like this. It's much
great?
better, yes. If only it could be like this.
If only it could be like this all the time.
Yeah.
No, that's not fair. He can't speak. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well and indeed blessed with the light of Jesus.
He's not from Donegal, he comes from Senegal. But if you ask about a county, Jimmy knows them all. Tipperary man, a Kilkenny man, and Ballyhooly, Maryhooly, he'll never be down. Crack a smile like your favourite Uncle Tom. He'll be a millionaire faster than anyone. 'Cause Jimmy's selling watches, Jimmy's selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. Ooh, Jimmy's selling watches, Jimmy's selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. It's not derogatory, 'cause he's a man to me. He's on the street, he's making money for his family. He comes from Senegal, he's not from Donegal. But if you ask about a county, Jimmy knows them all. You can crack a smile like your favorite Uncle Tom. He'll be a millionaire faster than anyone. He's Jimmy selling watches, Jimmy selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. Ooh, Jimmy selling watches, Jimmy selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. His destiny is not just written in the sun. Don't need no plan, he's a lucky, lucky man. 'Cause Jimmy's selling watches, Jimmy's selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. Ooh, Jimmy's selling watches, Jimmy's selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. Ooh, Jimmy's selling watches, Jimmy's selling shades. Jimmy's gonna sing about Money Malone again. Gonna sing about Money Malone again. Gonna sing about Money Malone again.
That's a good little record, that. It's unusual, isn't it? That's called Jimmy Selling Watches, and that's from a band called Rory and the Island. Now, Rory Gallagher is a young man from Donegal, used to be in various groups here, and he has relocated to Lanzarote, and he's making some very interesting music there. I'm going to call in and see him. I may...
Last summer.
They were new.
No, last summer. Never had them on my feet.
Hello?
You know them
Sorry,
wee-
the programme has started.
You know them wee shoes you'd buy for your holiday?
The programme... Hello? The
Janet's asking me have the new shoes.
The programme has started, Janet. It's incumbent upon you to pay attention to it. Never mind what shoes.
She asked me, did I get new shoes? And I said, no, those are wee shoes that you buy. You know your wee summer shoes that you'd buy going on holidays for walking out at night? You know the wee,
I don't buy summer shoes for walking out at night going on holidays.
On your holiday, you'd say, I'll buy a wee light
No,
shoe.
I don't do that.
And I haven't had them on my feet from last summer, so I put them on today.
Do you notice any difference in the size of your feet?
No.
Yeah, these are the same. That means you're healthy. I thought maybe your feet would have swollen because of all the pain and anguish that you've been through this past 12 months, all the various illnesses that you've had to suffer. I thought maybe
I've been
perhaps your feet
walking a
had
lot.
swollen.
I walked an awful lot last week.
That's good. That's always the sign of a guilty conscience.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
I never thought
A
of it.
restless soul. See, a lot of people, you don't have a dog. See, people who walk out with dogs are people who are legitimate.
I feel sorry for people walking with dogs.
No.
Because a dog is a good walk interrupted.
No, but when they see you, they wonder what's wrong with you. When they see you marching out on your own at night.
No, when you see a person with a dog and the dog becomes old Piddling Pete, you know, you're stopping at every one bush, every lamppost, every telegraph pole,
that's life.
every newspaper basket or waste paper basket or whatever it is along the street. He wants to know what's in there, or what's it all about, and you're stopping and starting and pulling them and hauling them. And
you see, you've no time.
But you see, that's taking your dog a walk, and I can understand that. You are out for the sole purpose of exercising that dog, and that's what it entails. When I go out to exercise my body, me as enjoyment. Go out and I walk for an hour and a half at night.
Looking in people's windows.
Yes, whatever the case may be.
Wishing you had a remote control to change the station or watch.
I found myself looking into a bedroom the other night, and I had
so-
to stop myself. But no, do you know what I can't understand? No, this is what why does anyone? Why do you put TVs on a wall? Why do people put them up on a wall?
Because it's handy.
How could you? I can just say the whole house sitting. Although this was in a bedroom, I can understand people lying in their bed looking at the TV. You know what I mean? But I found myself looking up into this bedroom. I said, "Jeepers! If anybody sees me, I better move on quickly."
You may have been arrested for that.
But I have noticed, and I brought this to your attention before. I have noticed that a lot of people have got their televisions in their living room on the wall. Why? Why do they do that?
Because it's very comfortable. Because you can see it from any angle in the
No,
room.
you cannot.
Yes, you can.
You can't.
It's on the wall. The way it's on the wall is.
I
don't know
know-
why I'm even talking to you about
I
that.
saw a television on what do you call it? The fireplace, the brace.
That's where they put them. Yes.
Right. If you
'Cause you're facing the fire and watching
if you have a
television.
chair at either side of your fire, how do people see it?
What are we living?
You have to joke round like that there.
Are we living during the famine here?
What?
Are we? Are we not living in a modern home here?
What?
People don't sit beside the fire anymore. They don't do that. They sit in the corner on the.
But there's a chair beside every fire.
There is not a chair beside
yes,
every
there is.
fire.
Yes, there is.
There
Janet,
isn't.
have you a chair beside the fire? Janet hasn't a chair beside her.
No,
fire.
she's saying no.
I know.
I know, but you want her to say yes. Janet, I think it's great you're starting to think for yourself.
Well, we have one.
That's only for you because you're an old man.
No, we have one big chair there. No, a chair there, and then the other big
Sit
chair
beside
over
the fire.
there. But
Can you stop this just for a
No.
minute?
So,
I want to start the program. If you don't
so
mind.
therefore, everyone who sits in the settee,
Uh-huh.
they're all sitting with their heads cocked back, looking up at this TV stuck on a wall. That must be great.
It's wonderful. Yeah. You should try it sometime.
Oh, I can't understand.
When people first started to do that, I was one of the first people, I have to say, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, I was one of the first advocates of the TV on the wall. And indeed, I tried to proselytise.
That's why you're defending it.
I tried to proselytise, and I told the people that their TVs are far better on the wall now that they're flat and LCD plasma screens. There's no need for the TV to be in the corner anymore. Put it up in your brace, I say. And everybody said, poo-poo, nobody would do a thing like that. And then I saw a thing which completely changed my mind, and I realised that I was right. I was invited to Buckingham Palace.
Yes, I know that. Without me.
Without you. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I suggested, I said to my wife, I remember saying to her, do you know what would be great? If we get that TV and put it up on the wall there, like a painting. Do you know the way you've got an old master in a frame? Because, I mean, this is the modern equivalent of the old master in the frame. This is a TV. It's the same size as a painting. It is a painting, except the pictures move. What about if you got an old picture frame and you put the TV in that and put it up on the wall? It would just look like a picture. And then it would move. And it would be wonderful. You know, it'd be a link to the past. You'd say to yourself, that could be Vermeer up there. It could be a Bruegel. It could be Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo. But it's not. It's our latest artists. It's Jimmy Cricket. It's Brendan O'Carroll. But this is what we want. That's what we want in a frame these days. My wife said to me, don't be silly, you couldn't do that. Put a TV in an old frame. You can't do that. That would be ridiculous.
Inside a frame?
Yeah. Yeah. A big frame, no, a big old-fashioned frame, like a painting.
You've your
And she
TV
said-
inside a frame.
I haven't. That's what I wanted to do, but I wasn't let. She said, we can't do that. We'll ruin the look of the whole house. I said,
She's
well,
right.
okay. Okay, but let me finish the story. Then time rolled around. The months went by. I said to myself, I'm determined to get this done because I think this is a good idea, but no, it wasn't. I couldn't get it done. Anyway, in due course, I was invited to the palace without you. Mm-hmm. It was a celebration of broadcasting, so selected people from all fields of broadcasting were invited to meet Her Majesty. Mm-hmm. And, you know, at random, there was no reason why I would go. They put all the names in the hat because your name never goes in the hat because they know that you don't like hats. So the names went in the hat, and I was pulled. I think Wendy was pulled out as well. Anyway, we were sent over to Buckingham Palace and moved into the great drawing room of Her Majesty. And I was looking around at all the paintings, and then I looked into another room, and I looked at all the beautiful frames, and I said to myself, "Oh, that frame's lovely," because that's the real McCoy there. You know, they don't get their frames in Primark. Mm-hmm. You know, and this is the real. And those frames have been there for like hundreds of years, some of them. And I was looking at that. It'd be great to have a TV in that. And then I walked around the corner into this more modern room. And because it was a celebration of broadcasting, they had a whole bank of TV screens. And guess what they were in? Old-fashioned frames.
Oh.
I went, oh my God. I went, there's my idea. I said to the Queen, you stole my idea, I said. And there it was. And I came back home and I said, guess what I saw in Buckingham Palace? I saw a TV screen and an old-fashioned picture frame. And silence came from the person I directed this to, because they knew that I was right. How can the royal family be wrong? That's all I'm saying on the subject. But you don't see that at all. See,
I never thought about that.
do you know what you are? Do you know you're still back? You know, no, you should have a little clay pipe, and you should be sitting beside the fire and going, "Hey." Remember the way you used to spit in the fire, and then you'd spit, and then my uncle used to sit beside the fire. He never spoke, for about 50 years. And do you know what he said one time? And I used to always wonder what was going on in his head. You see, he hurt his back. Did I tell you about this before?
I don't know.
He hurt his back when he was 30, and he decided that he didn't need to move anymore. So he sat in a chair for 60 years, looking at the fire. And he went through 7 dogs. The dog used to be on his left-hand side. They're all called Jip, and they're all collies. They're all black and white. Whenever one died, another one appeared. He went through 7 altogether, because I counted them. I made a record of them. And he went through 7 of them, and on his right-hand side was a big ashtray, a big tall one. So he used to smoke about 60 senior servers untipped a day, and he drank a bottle of whiskey a day. And I used to say to him, listen, you'd become an alcoholic.
Where did he get the money?
An IRA pension. He was born in 1900. He was in the first difficulties. Remember the 20s? Anyway, he went through a bottle of whiskey a day, and I said, you're going to become an alcoholic. He said, that's not drinking at all, he says. He says, I bring that to bed. I said, do you? He said, I'm only having a half in every hour and a quarter. He says, that's not drinking at all. So he had a half in every hour and 15 minutes. So he could through a bottle of whiskey a day. 20 half-ins. You're counting that up, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Aren't you? That's right, isn't it?
No, it's
nearly.
It's more than.
All right, then. Go you to work it out, then. Go and do the math.
Go
on.
That's 20 hours.
24 hours, Sean.
Yeah, no, but I'm trying to think.
20 half-ins.
And a what? A half-in?
Yeah, but he slept part of the time,
but
He
you
wasn't
see,
lying
so
awake
it's
all
more
night.
than-
No, when he would wake up in the night, he'd wake up about 3 or 4 times in the night. When he wake up, he'd have a half-in. And he used to wear a bed cap. And he used to have a hot water bottle, but the hot water bottle was a hot brick wrapped in a towel. Right. So he went into bed with a hot brick wrapped in a towel and a big hat on him, the big bed cap, like you see in the silent movies.
How did he heat the brick?
He had it in the fire before he went in, and it retained a lot of the heat. On the fire.
And the fire that he was spitting into?
Well, he wouldn't be spitting at the brick, no. He would put the fire there.
Yeah, but...
A grate. What are you asking me all these silly questions for? Do you know how to heat something? How would you heat something on a fire?
Well, if somebody said to me, there's a brick heated, I wouldn't know how to go about heating it.
Well, yeah, that's because you don't live in the country and you don't know how these things happen. There was a kind of a griddle there. You put it on the griddle and you lower down the griddle. You put the hand, and then when it's hot, you take it out and you put it on the thing.
He could have put it in his oven.
He didn't have an oven.
Did he have a range?
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, but fire in a griddle.
Fire. Oh, right.
No, but fire in a griddle, for God's sake. The same way they did the scones and the bread and that kind of thing. Everybody used to cook their own stuff. And anyway, he used to sit
I know
there.
people used to take the door of the range into bed.
Really? The door, screw the door off.
No, see the door. Remember the door in the
a wee
range?
small door, yeah.
A wee door, and it was on 2 bars.
Absolutely right. It was like two little things. That's right. I remember that.
And then they wrap a blanket around it, a sheet around it, and take it and put it in the bed.
Teenagers will appreciate this.
Yes.
Anyway, so he decided that he wasn't going
Janet's tapping her screen. Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
I thought it was a woodpecker. Anyway.
That means there's a call.
I know, I understand what that means. It's the code. At least she's finally joined us. Hold on.
Yeah, that's you acknowledging it.
Morse code. Thank you, Janet. I love you. Sometimes.
Betty. It's Betty, she said.
I love you, Betty.
Right. Anyway, back to your...
Anyway, he sat there for 60 years, and he never spoke much.
Yes.
But every once in a while, there was things going on in his head, but you could never figure it out. You see, I'd be looking at him, you see, and he'd be sitting there going, "Aye." See, when you spit into the fire, then there's a hiss, you see. You go, psst.
That's right.
You see? And he'd be smoking a cigarette, he'd be drinking his whiskey, and he'd be going, "Aye." And every once in a while, he'd turn around and he'd say things like, if a man had 4 horseshoes,
right,
and 12 nails,
4 horseshoes, 12 nails,
and a horse and a half, what would be the best way to shoe them horses and not waste any nails? Now, I'm not asking you to work this out, but that's the type of thing you would ask.
Right. Okay.
And I'd say to myself, now that's what he's sitting thinking about.
Yeah.
But then I really got an indication of what he was really thinking about sometime later, because he'd work out these kind of conundrums and mathematical problems. He's a smart man. But then I realised that he'd gone beyond anything that I could ever conceive, because he was sitting there for a long time. I used to just sit and watch him petting the dog and smoking.
Would he ever
spitting on the fire.
talk? Any conversation at all?
No, he would just talk. Say, if a man had 15 days, that's his conversation.
That'd be it.
And then he'd go, hey.
But if you were to say to him, Uncle, was it Manny? Was it your Manny? Uncle Manny, how you feeling today?
Yuck.
Right, okay, right. I'm now visiting your Manny.
Go
right?
ahead.
And I've just come down on the bus. Are you in there, Uncle Manny?
What?
That's me, Gerry. How are you, Manny? You all right?
Ugh.
Is there anybody with you today? Anybody calling to see you?
Damn daft.
Well, I put the kettle on. Would you fancy a wee cup of tea, would you?
Not at all.
Well, I could be doing me one. Would you mind if I make myself a cup of tea, Manny? How's Jip?
Ruff.
How's Jip doing?
Ruff.
Aye, good Jip.
And then I realised that there was something else going on in his head, because I was watching him one day, and he sat there, and he went, now you're talking to himself.
Right.
So in other words, there were two conversations going on in his head, and he was taking the side of one of them.
Yeah.
And he was saying, now you're talking. And I said that was time for him to leave him alone. Is there a call here?
Betty.
Good morning, Betty.
Good morning.
I'm sorry you had to hear that. How are you today?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good. What can I do for you? I haven't even told the people that the programme started yet, because it hasn't. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. Well, what it is, we're a group of retired nurses. Started training in Altnagalvin Hospital 50 years ago.
Oh, good girls.
And we're having a reunion on the 23rd and 24th of March.
Did anybody ever climb up the spouting to get at you in the nurse's home?
Sorry?
Did anybody ever climb up the spouting to get at you in the nurse's home? You know about that, don't you?
I'm not going to share that with you.
Anyway, go ahead.
So we're having this reunion the 23rd. We go meet up on the 23rd. At the
I flustered you now.
Hotel,
I flustered you now, haven't I?
and we're there for the weekend.
Give us that again.
The dates, you mean?
Yes. Oh, tell us again, because you know.
Right, okay. Well, start from the beginning. A
Go
group
ahead.
of retired nurses.
Yes.
Scattered all over the British Isles, really.
And maybe further afield, perhaps.
Yeah, don't think there's anybody further afield.
Nobody in Africa.
I live in England, and there's about three of us live over here in England.
Right.
And the rest are sort of all around the province.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided we would meet up the 23rd and 24th of March for a weekend.
Good idea.
Just to celebrate.
Did you all train in Altnagalvin here in Derry, so Glunderry, and you were all from different parts of Northern Ireland, were you?
Yes. I was originally from Donegal, and a few of us from Donegal, some of us from all over Cookstown, and just all over the province, really.
As far away as Newry.
No, actually. My husband comes from Newry, but no. None of the nurses came from Newry.
Okay.
We decided that it was time to have, 50 years is a long time.
Certainly is. And what would you have been then, 18, 19, 20?
18.
18, so you're all maybe nudging the old 60 mark.
I'm afraid so,
70, nudging the old 70.
Yes.
Oh, better do it now.
Yes. So that's the general idea. Really what we'd like to say to anybody, we were at the September 1962 PTS, as it was called then, Preliminary Training School.
Yeah.
And anyone else, that we haven't been able to get in touch with everybody,
Okay.
For obvious reasons. And we just wondered if anyone was listening to the programme that know us. My name is Betty. I was Betty Sproul.
Yes, Betty.
Ailish McLaughlin, Christine Simpson, Anne Gormley, Anne Ward, Barbara Logue, Una McGrory. Una is actually from Derry. So if anybody knows us and would like to pop in, we'll be there probably always in the evenings. The Friday the 23rd and Saturday the 24th we'll be there.
And maybe they might want to come
hotel.
up. Maybe they might. Where in the hotel?
City Hotel.
City Hotel. Well,
Yeah.
maybe they might want to stay on the Friday night. That kind of thing.
Yeah, if they want to come in
Sure.
and have a drink with us, we'd love to meet up with anybody who, maybe not that particular training group, but the one before or the one after or the same year or whatever. We'd just love to meet up with them.
It's good when people get together like that and, well, basically tell each other what happened to them.
Oh, gosh, we met up, a few of us met up last year, and it was such fun. It really was such fun.
I'm just thinking about the way the profession is now. There's a lot of problems with the health service. And I just heard an article on the radio this morning about people caring after old people, about it being a business now, and they don't want
I
too
can't
many.
hear you very well, actually, Gerry. Sorry.
Now that's this horrible old desk here. We have to do something about this. We're going to do something about it shortly. There's some kind of problem with it, so I'm sorry about that. But you know the way sometimes people aren't getting adequate care, old people in old people's homes. And I put that down to the fact, do you remember when all you girls were training? It was more of a vocation, wasn't it?
I think it was, and I think, our training was very caring as well as everything else. We were cared for.
Yeah, and you did care about the people that you're looking after.
Yeah, because we ourselves were cared for. We had a wonderful matron there, and we were looked after.
See, the matrons are gone now. You see,
I
there's
know.
Nothing like that anymore.
Yeah.
And
I mean, most of us have stayed in nursing and just retired, and I've got a daughter in nursing.
Yeah.
So I can see the differences.
Yeah, they're trying to save money by cost efficiency, and they've cut the heart out of it, haven't they, really?
They have, and I just think that, the way we were cared for and looked after meant a lot. It meant that we in turn cared then for the people we were looking after.
That's right. Anyway, listen, I hope you have a great weekend. So
Thank
that's
you.
Friday and Saturday, what are those dates?
23rd and 24th of March.
And do you have a number, Betty, if anybody wants to ring you?
Yeah,
Or do you want to give it to us
later?
later?
You can call me on
0118
983
983
2191.
0118 983 2191.
Yeah.
Well, there might be the odd glass of sherry drunk at that.
Well, there might be the odd one.
All right then. Thank you very much, Betty.
Thank you so much for allowing me to do this.
No, I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. She sounded lovely, didn't she?
Sorry?
She sounded lovely, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
You should listen to this programme. It's good sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's right, about...
Janet was telling me about her Friday night out.
Oh, why didn't she tell me?
No,
Where did she go?
it's just out for a drink with her family.
She follows a pole?
Probably. She didn't add that.
She always is. She's no constraint, Doesn't care what other people think.
I was motivated over the hill. Saw Maybelline in a Cooleyville. Cadillac rolling in the open road. Nothing but I run my V8 Ford. Cadillac doing about 95. Rolling bumper to bumper and side by side. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You started back doing the thing that you used to do. Cadillac put up, had the four. Fuck her, I wouldn't do no more. Then got cloudy and it started to rain. I took to my home for the peasant lane. Rainwater blowing all under my hood. Sure was doing my motor good, Maybelline. Why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You started back doing the thing that you used to do. I had a motor go down, he went down. Then went up the highway sound. Cadillac sitting like a ton of land, 110 half a mile ahead. Cadillac looked like sitting still. I caught Maybelline on the top of the hill. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You started back doing the thing you used to do. Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You started back doing the thing you used to do. You started back doing the thing you used to do. You started back doing the thing that you used to do. Maybelline.
That's Hans Thiesink, Theessink, Dutch, I think. That's an album called Call Me, and that's, of course, an old Chuck Berry song recorded by old Chuck Berry, which is called Maybelline. Gentleman wants me to play a song called When the Show Bands Played Cold Rain. I wonder, have we time to squeeze that in? Yes, I think we might have.
Have you seen Ireland? Everything's cold and green there except the whiskey, and it's warm and brown and fine. And the mist that rolls in off the Irish Sea at midnight.
This is Ronnie Elliott. When the show bands played Cold Rain. We'll be back after the news.
In an almost perfect moment, reasons for rhyme and conditions for love roll in with the mist off the Irish Sea. They had caught the early train in from Ballymena because the matchless wouldn't start. The stars in the sky, the music in the air, everything they dreamed it would be. I thought we'd sit this first one out, but they started Rhythm of the Rain. George and Amanda fell in love that night when the show bands played Cold Rain. In the last days of glory for the legends of radio, the county where the black barrels hold the Bushmills, Ireland never saw the likes of the King or the Killer, but tonight Gerry and the Hurricanes are here from the Belfast and they top the bill. Amanda's got her hair up and her best Eartha Kitt look. She's okay till 2 a.m. George has got what's left of a paycheck in his billfold and a wink that says, I don't give a damn. Might as well stay for a few more songs. We already missed the half-past train. Amanda and George were dancing on clouds when the show bands played Cold Rain. Well, they strolled down to the beach at Castle Rock when the band took their halftime break. All the stars in the black Irish sky that night did their best to mimic daybreak. George fumbled for the ring in his pocket and the words caught in his throat. And with teary eyes he pledged man to his love from the heartfelt poem that he wrote. We strolled back down to the dance hall.
On 92 to 95 FM
and 1341 medium wave.
This is BBC Radio Ulster.
And at 11 o'clock, this is the BBC News with Keith Burnside. The Deputy Prime Minister, Nick Clegg, has confirmed that the government is considering changes to its plans to scrap child benefit for all higher-rate taxpayers. There's been speculation that the government might raise the threshold for losing the benefit or withdraw benefit from high earners only once their children reach the age of 5. Mr Clegg said nothing had been decided.
We have said as a government, we're living in difficult times, so to ask people who earn much more money than others to give up child benefit is a fair thing to do. But we all accept that what you do when you create these cut-offs is you create some sort of anomalies where one family with one earner doesn't get child benefit and another family with two earners who earn slightly less but together more would get it. And that's the kind of thing we've always said we're prepared to look at.
An investigation into Northern Ireland's nursing homes has heard claims of human rights abuses, including incidents of elderly residents being admitted to hospital for dehydration because a home failed to provide enough to drink. The Northern Ireland Human Rights Commission also heard of instances where residents were told to use incontinence pads because a staff shortage meant they could not be helped to the toilet. The investigation was based on information from the public while the Commission visited 4 nursing homes. Hugh Mills of the Independent Healthcare Providers says funding is the key issue.
Funding's always a problem, and in relation to care of the elderly, I think that the elderly are poorly treated in our society. I mean, if you take, for example, the cost of keeping a child in care, it's costing over £2,000 a week. A prisoner, over £1,500 a week. And yet we only spend over £500 a week on the care of an older person.
The Health Minister, Edwin Poote, says many of the allegations of abuse were historic and had already been addressed. He said if new legislation was required, as the Commission suggested, then it would be considered. Time for sport, and Denise is back.
Rory McIlroy has finally become the #1 golfer in the world. He takes Luke Donald's place after his victory at the Honda Classic in Florida. McIlroy says he's fulfilled a childhood dream to be #1. The chief executive of the League Managers Association has criticised Chelsea following the sacking of Andre Villas-Boas. Richard Bevan says the fact the club is looking for its 8th manager in 9 years is a serious embarrassment to the club's owner Roman Abramovich, the fans and the Premier League. Ballymena United face elimination from the Irish Cup amid eligibility doubts over striker Alan Davidson. Newry are now likely to play Linfield in the semi-finals. Locally, there are several games in the Setanta Cup quarter-finals tonight. One of them, the meeting of Linfield and Derry City at Windsor Park.
A pleasant day is forecast, hopefully for the football too, and with the weather, Barabest.
It's cold, but the winds are light and there's plenty of dry, bright and sunny weather to come for the rest of the day. A few showers, though, will continue to come in from the north and west, and perhaps a little wintry at times. Highs today around 9 degrees. Little change on the cards for this evening and overnight. It'll be chilly again, with lows close to freezing, with the risk of a few icy patches and the odd pocket of mist or fog.
BBC News.
BBC Radio Ulster. Travel news.
The Craigadoo Road in Ballymena remains closed due to a one-car traffic accident, and police are advising to seek an alternative route. Moving on to roadworks, and in Carrickfergus, the Marine Highway is closed from the Belfast side of Castle Street to the Larne side today and tomorrow from 9:30 until 4:30, and traffic lights are in operation. And finally, the 10:30 number 33 bus errand service from Derry to Belfast is delayed by 40 minutes. Bernie Allen reporting.
Travel news on BBC Radio Ulster.
On Talkback with Wendy Austin today, the shocking details of human rights abuses in some of our nursing homes. We spend £500 a week on our elderly, £2,000 on each prisoner. Should we rethink the way we treat older people? We want your calls on that. Also, gay marriages, another abuse of human rights. That's what the head of the Catholic Church in Scotland thinks. What's your view on that one? Also today, #1 at just 22. What's next for our Rory? How many more majors does he have to win before he's the best ever? And 20,000 people queued round the block for the chance of a job in Canada. Were you in Dublin at the weekend? Have you booked your ticket? Let's talk back at 12.
Thank you, Wendy. Glory be to the heart and fair play to the stolen heart of St. Lawrence O'Toole, because Rory McIlroy is #1 in the world. He says he's going to try and do better. Yeah. I'm Claire Craig.
I started a joke which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. started the whole world laughing. Oh, if I'd only see that the joke was on me. I looked at the sky, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I'd said. Till I finally died, which started the whole world living. Oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. I looked at the sky, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I'd said. Till I finally died, which started the whole world living. Oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. Oh no, till I finally
Here's a song I should play more often, but I don't. That was Catherine Williams, a Bee Gees song called I Started with a Joke. This is James McMurtry. Can't make it here anymore.
There's a Vietnam vet with a cardboard sign sitting there by the left turn line, a flag on his wheelchair flapping in the breeze, one leg missing and both hands free. No one's paying much mind to him. The VA budget's just stretched so thin, and there's more coming back from the Mideast war. We can't make it here anymore. And that big old building was a textile mill. It fed our kids and it paid our bills, but they turned us out and they closed the doors. We can't make it here anymore. Piled up on the loading dock, they're just gonna sit there till they rot, 'cause there's nothing to ship, nothing to pack, just busted concrete and rusted tracks. The empty storefronts around the square, there's a needle in the gutter and glass everywhere. You don't come down here unless you're looking to score. We can't make it here anymore. Still open, but man, it's slow. The tip jar's light and the register's low. The bartender don't have much to say. The regular crowd gets thinner each day. Some are maxed out all their credit cards. Some are working 2 jobs and living in cars. Minimum wage won't pay for a roof, won't pay for a drink. If you gotta have proof, just try it yourself, Mr. CEO. See how far 5.15 an hour will go. Take a part-time job at one of your stores. I bet you can't make it here anymore. found on the floor of the laundromat. A woman with kids can forget all that. If she comes up pregnant, what'll she do? Forget the career, forget about school. Can she live on faith, live on hope? High on Jesus or hooked on dope? When it's way too late to just say no, you can't make it here anymore. Like the ones we made before, except this one came from Singapore. I guess we can't make it here anymore. Should I hate a people for the shade of their skin, or the shape of their eyes, or the shape I'm in? Should I hate them for having our jobs today? No, I hate the men sent the jobs away. I can see them all now, they haunt my dreams, all lily white and squeaky clean. They never known want, they never known need. The ship don't stink and their kids won't bleed. Their kids won't bleed in the damn little war, and we can't make it here anymore. To pay less tax, the working poor get to fall through the cracks. So let them eat jelly beans, let them eat cake, let them eat shit, whatever it takes. They can join the Air Force or join the Corps if they can't make it here anymore. That's how it is, that's what we got. If the president wants to admit it or not, you can read it in the paper, read it on the wall, hear it on the wind if you're listening at all. Get out of that limo, look us in the eye, call us on a cell phone, tell us all why. In Dayton, Ohio, or Portland, Maine, or a cotton gin out on the Great High Plains that's done closed down, along with the school and the hospital and the swimming pool. Dust devils dance in the noonday heat. There's rats in the alley and trash in the street. Gang graffiti on a boxcar door. We can't make it here anymore.
That's James McMurtry. That's a song called Can't Make It Here Anymore. And before that, we had an album by Catherine Williams. It's a few years old. This is called Relations, and that's a song called I Started a Joke, which is an old Bee Gee song recorded by the old Bee Gees. Did you say there's a call here?
Yes, I like that song, I Started a Joke. It was a nice version.
I started a joke. I started the whole world singing.
That's how the Beatles recorded it.
Do you know there was a program on...
Yes?
There's a program on BBC 4 at the weekend, I think Saturday night, tribute sort of to the Bee Gees. And I'm going to tell you something, I had to turn it off. After a while, it wears you down.
Was that not about the joy of disco? Or was that about the Bee Gees
It's
itself?
about the Bee Gees.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
There was a very interesting one that Friday, I think, of the joy of disco. It looked at the whole disco phenomenon.
No, this is about the Bee Gees and how it all...
Finally
They're very talented, extremely talented boys, but I get fed up with that falsetto, don't you?
In the event of something happening to me.
You're a wee BG.
Thank you. A lady writes to me, and she lives in Vienna. And she said, I know you're a man who likes the truth in whatever form it takes your fancy. So here's a footnote to your knowledge on a man you played earlier on today, Hans Theessink, which I am now told is pronounced, and thank you for that, Theessink, Theessink. I can give you this information as I live in Vienna, in Austria, and I'm a friend of Hans Theessink's wife and manager, Melitza. You actually pronounce his name as Theessink. He is Dutch, but living in Vienna. As mentioned, his wife is his manager, and as a result, he is known as the hardest working blues man in Europe. She has him on a non-stop crisscross journey through Europe. I have seen him many times, and although I'm not a big fan, his shows are so good. You cannot help but get taken in by his talent. People feel that way about me too, you know. You cannot help but get taken in by his talent and his love of what he is doing. He's a very shy man, same as me, with an amazing talent. His wife also brings the Dubliners to Austria every year, and I saw fantastic Hans Theessink here in Vienna, and raising the roof would be an understatement. The Dubliners, of course, are wonderful. I saw fantastic, but surprised, who I must say are also more than just Irish folk musicians. Well, the Dubliners are very accomplished, many of them. I listened regularly to your show, and I've told Melitza that you play Hans now and again. She was very dramatic and said, that DJ will get a big kiss from me. I'm just pretending I know how she speaks. It's the BBC, so I guess we'll get our royalties for that. Business is never far from her mind. Why doesn't he come to Northern Ireland, Britain? If he's in Britain, why doesn't he come over here? Get him on the programme, please do. Julia McMahon, who lives in Vienna. Why don't you ask him if he'll come over here? Because I think he's a genius, and I love him dearly, and I've been listening to his music for a very long time. I'm finished now.
Did you see Doris Day last night?
I started a joke. I didn't see Doris Day last night. What was she doing?
It was on before, but it was...
About a documentary about her life?
Yeah.
Remember the time we called up to see her?
I thought about that. at the time. We could have got her, you know.
Yeah, no.
But we didn't know where she lived.
No,
we stood out... Did I tell you?
Carmel, wasn't it?
We sat outside a store thinking she was going to appear. We just sat outside a store in the car.
You're so innocent. But this looks like a place she would shop.
She would shop.
I know. How innocent we were. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
How are you today?
I'm great today. It's a lovely bright day, isn't it?
It's lovely, but apparently the weather's going to deteriorate as the week goes on.
Oh, well, sure, you couldn't believe everything they tell you.
I believe Barra best.
Jerry,
yes.
I have a wee question for your listeners or yourself. Have you ever heard of hills that things roll up as opposed to down?
Sorry, what was that? I missed that.
Hills that cars roll up.
Oh yes, there's one in Northern Ireland. Apparently, it's an optical illusion. It looks like it's a hill, but it's actually downhill. Yeah. And you look as if you're going up, but you're actually going down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, I was at one in Omeath before, and yeah, you really, it does feel like you're rolling up the hill.
That's right.
It looks like it too. But I was told there was one around Tannistown somewhere.
There is one around there, and I'm not quite sure where it was, because I remember taking part in some programme.
Is that right?
And some TV thing, and one of the things they were doing was wheeling the car up and down that thing.
Yeah.
Of course, my eyes glazed over, and I don't care about cars. But you want to know where this upside down hill is?
Because my cousin was home from England there a couple of weeks ago, and she'll be back again next week, and she thinks I've lost my marbles.
No. You tell her that you're absolutely right, and there is I think there's a number of locations. What do you want?
Permission to interrupt?
Of course.
Sean.
When did you ever ask for that?
Who does Katrina sound like? Go on. You can't answer this, Katrina. Only Mr. Anderson's allowed to answer. Who does Katrina sound like?
Well, I wasn't listening to her from the point of view.
Well, you talk.
Katrina, say something else, would you?
No, you ask her a question.
All right, Katrina. Who do you think you might sound like?
Who does I think I might sound like myself. I don't know.
No, I can't.
Yes, go on.
All right, all right then.
I haven't a clue.
So you want me to tell you? You want to find out where these locations are in Northern Ireland?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I would love to.
So you can bring your friend, or is it your sister? Did you say?
My cousin.
Your cousin.
Yeah.
You want to bring your cousin along and roll them up and down in the car?
Yeah.
I don't know who she sounds like.
You never asked her a question. All she could say
I'm talking away to her. She's not talking.
No, she said.
She's already told me all she needs. She doesn't need to talk to me anymore.
Ask her what part of England her cousins live.
I'm not going to ask her what part of England your cousins live in.
She lives in Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah. The Garden of England.
The Garden
down
of England.
In Kent, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know who she sounds like.
Well, I tell you.
Go on.
Nuala McKeever.
Why so?
Go on,
Do
ask
you
her.
think so, Nuala McKeever?
There you are.
No.
There.
Same accent.
It's Nuala McKeever.
Same accent, but not just.
Janet thinks she sounds like
Same
Nuala
side of the
McKeever.
road, probably too.
No, it doesn't sound nothing like Nuala
Yes, she
McKeever.
is. Janet said so.
Janet, you're back, are you?
Well, no, I'm not.
You're
Nuala
back agreeing with
McKeever.
him, are you? All right, then. Listen, we'll try and find out where that is for you. I'm sure somebody will ring in and tell us.
Okay, that's
Okay, and then we'll let
brilliant.
you know. Keep listening to the programme, we'll tell you, okay?
Is it at Spelgadam?
I don't know. Why, has someone said anything?
That's what we're getting a lot of Spelgadams.
No, not Spelgadam, for
That's
God's
what we're
sake.
getting here.
No, it's just an ordinary road. Spelgadam's a dam.
I know it's a dam.
I know,
But there may be a road beside the dam.
Oh, well, maybe there is. Will you just wait?
If anybody knows the one around Hannistown, that would be great.
Hannistown is the one we're after, the one around Hannistown.
Electric Bray. Where is it?
I don't know. Why don't you just ask the people?
They're texting in.
I know, but don't read them out unless you know what you're talking about. Try and get a number of pieces of information and try and connect them. Instead of just going,
You were there. You made a program about it.
I know, but
Where were you?
I had my eyes glazed over. And when people talk about cars, I just fall asleep. What do you think?
Actually,
Jeremy
if
Clarkson?
you pour the water out, the water rolls up the hill too.
Apparently, it's a wonderful thing which I examined for a good 2 seconds, and then I realised that it wasn't something that I was terribly interested in.
Oh,
No, but I mean, there's no reflection on your interest in it.
The kids loved it when
Of course
we
they
brought
would.
them.
Any more information coming in there?
Janet's taking notes.
It's not like her. Tell her to be careful; she might hurt her finger. What have we got? Wait for a wee minute to see what we can get here.
You got it? Janet's saying right.
Right, said Fred. Right, then. Sorry about this. You don't sound like
Electric Hill. There is one of those hills just below Spelgadam in the Mourns. This is from Tom from Banbridge. So there you are, Spelgadam, Electric Hill.
Okay.
And the Mourns, they're all telling us it's Spelgadam.
Is that anywhere near Hannistown?
There's a magic road near Spelgadam.
You've said that
It's an upside down hill at Spelgadam. It's all Spelgadam.
Okay, it seems to be all Spelgadam here. Is Hannistown anywhere near Spelgadam?
No.
Is it not? You see, I don't know any of these things. I don't know about Northern Ireland.
Maybe you should hit
I
it
didn't
on the
choose.
internet.
I didn't choose to be born here. It just happened. If I'd have been chosen, I was born in the wrong place. And I often say to people, I should have been born in the Windward Islands, the Caribbean.
Yeah, me
It's the only
too.
place I
Me
feel
too.
really at home. I don't know why was I dropped here. The stork. Those storks,
My
what do they
mummy
know?
always said if you say something often enough, it'll happen.
I know, but why was
So
I
I
born?
keep saying Barbados, Barbados, Barbados.
But Barbados, I like St. Lucia. That's my favourite place. Why did the stork not go there? Why was I dropped here in Derry, for God's sake? What kind of a sense of humour is that?
Island is beautiful.
No, but I wasn't.
It's just a bit cold.
It's heat. You want heat.
No, I was never. No, but I can't function in this city.
Yeah, but you need heat.
But I can't function in Northern Ireland. I have nothing in common with anybody. I'm in the wrong place. I feel as if.
Everybody.
Well, who do you function with? Who do you function with in St. Lucia?
No, I just.
Who do you function with out there? Come on.
The brothers, man.
Tell us the
Some
people
ganja.
you're
Some
comfortable
ganja, man.
with.
Got any bad habits, man? When that ganja.
Oh yes.
No, I don't. No, I have nothing in common with these people.
We're now getting Gorchin Glen.
Oh, yeah.
Gorchin
Is that near Hannistown?
Electric Bray is at Gorchin Glen, we're told.
What you must remember is that you're dealing with a very inefficient news gathering service here.
Magnet Hill outside Oma on the B48 to Gorchin.
Okay.
Is that near Hannistown?
I don't know.
Where is Hannistown?
I
Anybody
haven't
know where
a clue.
Hannistown
I
is?
don't know. Sounds like a place to
I'll
be.
tell you what we'll do. Listen, we'll collate this information as best as these people can.
Right.
And sometime during the course of the programme, I shall allude to this and come back to it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
brilliant. Thanks very much.
Thank you. And you
Gerry.
don't sound like Nuala McKeever at all.
She does.
Don't worry about it. It's all right. Nothing. It's nothing you should concern yourself with. Okay.
Would Noel Thompson know?
Well, he's. I don't know.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Just collate the information. This is Grandmaster Flash and In Excess.
Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back. Junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far. Cause a man with a tow truck possessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breezes blow. A crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of gobble pills. Used to be a fag hag, such a dance to tango, skipped the life and dango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she could tell her stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so diddy. She had to get a plate, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My brother's doing fast on my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double digits inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, a mid-range migraine, cancer, membrane. Sometimes I think I'm going insane, I swear I might hijack a plane. Don't push me, call, I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God is smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. You'll grow in the ghetto, living second rate, and your eyes will sing a song of deep hate. The places you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway. You'll admire all the number book takers, thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers. Driving big cars, spending 20s and 10s, and you wanna grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, scramblers, burglars, gamblers, pickpocket peddlers, even panhandlers. You say I'm cool, I'm no fool, but then you wind up dropping out of high school. Now you're unemployed, all non-void, walking around like your pretty boy Floyd. Turn stick-up kid, but look what you done did. Got sent up for an 8-year bid. Now your manhood is took and you're a make tag. Spend the next 2 years as an undercover fag, being used in the abused to serve like hell. So one day you was found hung dead in a cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold and your body swung back and forth. But now your eyes sing the sad, sad song of how you live so fast and die so young. So don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
That's Grandmaster Flash. It's a bit of a mashup, that, with the backing by In Excess, of course. And that's from an album called Pop Chop. And there's another title too, but we're not allowed to read that. And that's called, of course, The Message. Right. Some messages here from... that was a special request for the following. It has become a family tradition that you mention our son Robbie Wilson's birthday for today. Please don't let us down. He is 30 years of age, soon getting to the age of maybe not wanting to share that information. That's from Maureen and Tom Wilson, who's got a child who's realising that he is older than he wants to be. And also, please wish my parents, Eugene and Josie Cassidy, a very happy golden wedding anniversary. They're 50 years married today. Love from their daughter, Kate, and family. See how nice I am today?
Yeah, you said Golding.
Today?
Yes.
Golden wedding anniversary.
Golden wedding anniversary.
Slip of the tongue, I have to say. Great shows last week, kid. Great shows which brought great comfort to St. Deirdre's Nudist Club in the hills above Drumquin. I'm aware of that. As you probably read in the papers, many club members are suffering from frostbite. At a special meeting on Saturday night, a frozen man put forward a motion proposing that all members be allowed to wear summits until the weather improves. And it's not going to get good this week, it's going to get bad the next weekend. It's good weather coming up this weekend, do you know that?
This Friday and Saturday?
Yes, indeed.
Saturday and Sunday?
There'll be golf played.
Good.
The motion was seconded by a blue-shivering, pot-bellied woman and passed without dissent. As the group cycled home, they gave the impression of many setting suns. Tommy, my cat, kicked the stuffing out of a Justin Bieber life-size doll and said, "How I miss the old days. Days of culture and art, tea on the lawn, a chucka of polo, dry sherry, horse-whipping of inbred servants. Shut your mouth, bride's head, revisited," I said. "Look at you, your baggy flannels, cricket sweater, monocle stuck into your ocular, change back into your overalls and blacklead that grate." We don't have a grate. Well, Blackley had something then. Tommy went to a saucepan where an old flat cap had been boiling for 2 hours, the only nutrition he had. He dipped 2 cups into the hot liquid and brought them back to the table. Nothing like a cappuccino. To brighten you up in the morning, responding to a knock on the door, I met with a big grey wall, which turned out to be Stephen Nolan's ill-fitting suit. "Stand back, fat boy," I said. "I can't see your face." "Ah!" I said when I saw it. Tubby danced from foot to foot and whimpered, "Can I use your loo?" "Certainly not," I cried. "This house does not have industrial sewage pipes." "I'm touching cloth here," cried Tubby. I looked all around and said, "Next door's wheelie bin is empty. The owners are away to see Dickie Rock perform without a Zimmer frame. It's a special night." I picked up a hose pipe, nipped over the fence and stuck one end into the wheelie bin, handed the other end to Tubby and said, "Go ahead, pretend you're a B-52 tanker refuelling an F-16 fighter plane." I then retired to bake a potato cake and avoided seeing anything which might frighten me. Minutes later, he knocked at the door with a big smile and a wet fork. It was then Tommy opened the lid of the neighbour's wheelie bin and said with a giggle, "I'm going to sit in this empty wheelie bin and pretend I'm a Chilean miner." Splash! Tommy bobbed to the top twice before we picked him out, using a garden rake and a pitchfork. Oh, he did look pale. Tommy spluttered and said, "I don't know why this wheelie bin is filled with water, but the strange thing is, it tastes of prawn cocktail crisp." I looked at Tubby. Tubby looked at me quietly, and the universe went on spinning in its own merry way. Just goes to show you, things never change, even though they remain the same. What's wrong with you?
There's a man needs your help on one.
I hope this is urgent.
Well, according to him, it is.
Is it? Where is he?
One.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Gerry.
Gerry, yes. I wonder what we can do for you today.
Well, I am your Kentucky Fried Chicken correspondent from Fermanagh here.
I haven't heard from you for a while. As a matter of fact,
No, you haven't.
I want to. Can I just before you go on, I want to put a message out to our correspondents. They've been very lax recently.
Yeah.
There's been people out there who've been assigned to report any sighting of famous faces. We've got a sunken ships correspondent who is remarkably quiet, even though this is the centenary of the sinking of the Titanic. And we've got you. We haven't heard from you for ages.
No.
Why? What have you got to say for yourself?
I have changed my lifestyle now, so I don't frequent Kentucky Fried Chickens anymore.
Fast food is in the past for you, is it?
Yes, it's too fast.
Have you got a
anyway, what I'm looking for now, I'm in the other end of looking for some chickens.
You're looking for some chickens?
I'm looking for a black rock rooster.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to say to that. Well, what kind of a special chicken is this?
Well, it's just a breed of a chicken. It's a black rock chicken.
A black rock rooster you're looking for?
I have a few got, and I'm looking for a boyfriend for them.
Oh, yeah. A provider?
Yeah.
You're looking for a black rock rooster?
Yeah.
What does a black rock rooster look like? Is it black?
It's black, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where would a man get a rooster like this? Would Geordie Tuft maybe help?
Well, Geordie might be in the know, but there's a lot of people out there, but a lot of them may have kind of half-breed. I want a full-bred black rock rooster.
Can't have these half-breeds polluting the line. Well, listen,
No.
You should get two. It's always good to have a spare rooster in case one of them gets tired.
No, it's not that. They wouldn't agree. They'd be falling out over the birds.
Competition is the essence of competition is good. The survival of the fittest, the strongest survive. Yeah. But if you have two roosters fighting it out, the stronger man will have bigger eggs.
Yeah, but sometimes they do more injury to themselves.
Indeed.
Than they do to...
Indeed. Okay. A black rock rooster is what you're looking for, and let me just say this. Let me just say this to you.
Preferably under young. I don't want an old.
You want one with lead in its pencil.
Well, man, yeah.
Lead in the pencil is what you
have
need.
It. Needs one to perform.
Don't want any firing blanks. All right, then. We'll keep an eye out for that, and you've come to the right place, may I say. We have managed a farm with a rooster in this programme.
Yeah.
Black Forest rooster.
George doesn't have chickens.
He does. He
has.
has.
All to see him. He's no chickens. I can't understand why. He's got goats. He's got geese, horses.
Get all livestock.
No chickens.
He had a number of roosters for a while. He must have. Don't know.
I think he eat them.
They remind him too much of himself.
Did Geordie not get some chickens? Did he not adopt some chickens?
He was made inquiries as to whether or not he could adopt some battery hens from the Nut House rescue people, and whether or not he followed through on that.
No trouble getting battery hens.
Absolutely not, because they're giving them away.
You can't keep them in batteries.
I don't know. You know the story about that.
Yeah.
Once they stop laying, they kill them.
But there's an attempt at humour there. Do you not? Did you
I
not-
got the attempt at humour. Yeah, I got it. I just passed over it. It's best not to comment. So what happens is that the poor little hens, their life is over, and they haven't stopped laying because they've reached the end of their natural laying life. They've stopped laying because they've stopped laying because they're unhealthy, because they're standing up. You know, it's like being in the tube all your whole life. You know, and then when they take them out, they come round gradually, and then they start laying again. But Mr. Coyle won't eat the eggs. He won't eat the eggs they lay.
Yes, I will now.
No, you wouldn't.
You know, it's been explained to me. There's nothing
Yeah, you
wrong
wouldn't
with
eat the
them.
eggs.
I was.
You rejected the battery.
I was
Do you know?
apprehensive.
Do you know how a hen feels if its egg is neglected?
Yeah.
You know, imagine you saying, "How would you like to lay an egg and give it to me?" And I said, "I don't want that egg of his." How would you feel? No. All right then. Okay, we'll get you a rooster. Don't you worry. Okay.
Okay, Gerry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Just another call for you.
Bye. People shouldn't make any attempt at humour.
No, Michael's on too.
Because I don't respond to it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
It's like the way... Sorry.
Gerry, I wonder, can you help me? I want to make an appeal on behalf of my daughter here today.
Yes.
Out on Saturday night in Benedict's, lost her iPhone.
Yes, oh dear, yeah.
Right, and you know what that involves, but I wouldn't mind, but she's only back for the weekend. She's working across the water there.
It's a very expensive piece of kit, that.
Very expensive, and I'm willing to make a substantial reward for it, Gerry.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody would contact me on this number here, I left the number with one of your colleagues.
Yeah, okay. So she lost it in Benedict's at the weekend?
Benedict's round about 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
There may have been a few Sherberts taken.
There could have been. This is the problem.
No law
they can't
against...
walk a straight line.
There's no law against that.
So I wonder if she found her way home.
So many people lose their iPhones when they have a wee gargle.
Yep, they do. And
they leave in the back of taxis.
It's the parents have to pick up the bill.
That's right, yeah.
This is the thing. So I'm willing to make a substantial reward for it.
Okay.
Just to keep her happy. But at the end of the day, Gerry, it's just one of those things. I know I ring you from time to time, but this is just one of the sadder times, I think.
No, absolutely. No, feel free. So that was in Benedict's. What was it, Saturday night, Friday?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
And
She
no questions asked, Gerry, about where it came from or what happened to it.
Could have left it in the seat, could have left it in a taxi, could have left it anywhere.
Just left it there. I think maybe rang a taxi and then sat it down and walked off without it, more than likely, or something like that.
Oh, I know that. I've done that myself.
Yeah, well, that's, if she could get it back, well and good, but it's a long shot, Gerry. So
Okay, well, you never know.
I
All right,
appreciate your
then.
help anyway.
Okay, we have the number here if you want to ring us.
Thanks, Gerry.
084, thank you, 08459 555 678. That's the number to... let me just give you that again. 08459 555 678. Have you ever had an egg rejected?
No, Janice said there's a call on one. Could you say, before you talk to your call, Myra Toland in Culmore Park here in Derry, it's her birthday today, and could you say happy birthday to her?
Happy birthday to Myra Toland. Good morning, Myra.
This is from Noel and Anne.
From Noel and Anne.
Yeah, there you are. Isn't that nice?
You should do these things yourself. You're so much better at them than I am.
No.
Is that what you do in the wee programme in the afternoon?
Yeah.
You wish people well?
Yeah.
Do you? I never wish people well.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm hateful wee shite, aren't I?
No, you don't. You don't try to get to know people.
No, I don't.
I do.
I don't care.
I try to get in.
No,
there.
you don't. You're just trying to ingratiate yourself.
I try to get in there. That's what I said to you.
Get in there. That's
try
to
to
get in there.
Get to know them.
That's like you and your old priests with holiday homes. You try and get in there too. My brother's like you. He's living in somebody's house in Florida. he goes around and finds houses to live in. He's like you. But he doesn't know any priests. You should give me a list of your priests. They're very hard to get these days. They're on the run. Where are we?
Yeah, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own.
Well, it's hard to track them down these days. Where is it?
One.
All right then, don't snap at me. I'm trying to do the best I can here, given the circumstances. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Gerry. No, I just heard you on there about the woman about the electric hoe.
That's right. Do you know where one might be?
Yes, it's halfway between Coleraine and Lamavally.
Mm-hmm. Is that anywhere near Hannestown?
No.
Gee, I don't know where Hannestown is. Did you find out where Hannestown is?
Yeah, no, but I know where Coleraine and Limavady is, and there's no electric hill there.
How do you know?
Well, I want to listen to Eugene now.
Okay, listen to Eugene. Okay, Eugene, tell me where the electric hill is there.
Right. If you know Ballerina Station.
Yeah, Ballerina, yeah.
Well, just on the Limavally side of it, there's a road called the Dunclun Road.
Yes.
If you go up that about 2 miles, just keep following that road up. You'll run up there.
Uh-huh. And how will you know when you reach it?
How will you know when you reach it? Well, if you go up there a couple of miles, you have to ask somebody, you know what I mean? But
Yeah, but how will you know when you've got there? You'll reach a piece of road that you think are going up and you're actually going down.
well, it's the road starts to get very hilly.
Yes.
And once you go to the bottom of I think it's the first hill on that road, if you stop the car, knock out the gear,
Uh-huh.
start going up that hill.
Starts going up the hill?
Yep.
You would notice that, wouldn't you? All right, then. Okay, so tell us where that is again, just for the benefit of people who may not
It's
have caught
just
that.
before you come forward to Ballerina Station.
Yes.
The Duncrun Road.
Uh-huh. Oh, you go up there a couple of miles?
Up that about 2 miles, and if you ask somebody, they'll let you know where it's at, but just keep going with 2
Well,
miles up that way.
what do they ask for? Where's the electric hill?
Yep.
Is that what you ask for? And then somebody will say, there you are, to get out of the car and watch the car going away uphill itself.
I've been there. It's unbelievable.
Really?
Yep.
We should bring a bus down there. Bring the people. Well, thank you very much for showing us that. Good
No
man.
problem.
Thank you
Right.
very much.
Right, bye, Gerry.
Bye. Bye.
Paul's on too.
A number of people were asking me over the weekend, and this is something that we should address ourselves to. I very foolishly, a while back, suggested that we take a bus trip around Derry Stroke London there to show the people all the places I was born in.
Yeah.
And, because it was the city of culture and that kind of thing, I think we should make a definite target to do that next year. Oh, enthusiastic,
No,
eh?
you said that last year.
I know, but we never did it.
No.
But what I think we're going to do, look at her joining in.
Yes, Janice said you should do it.
I'm going to do it.
Hey, but you
but I
should
think
do it.
I think when I should do it, because people have been asking me about it, and
I'll tell you exactly how it ended. I'll tell you how this ended, this conversation. It was just before you went off on holiday last year.
Yes.
And you says, right, I'm going off on holiday at the weekend, but I'll be in Belfast, and I will talk to the people who make decisions about my programme in Belfast, and I will have it all sorted out when I come back from holiday. You've been back quite a while.
I forgot to do it.
Yeah, you see.
No, but I'm not going to. No, I think we should do it during these.
So you've got to make the first step.
Okay, well, I think we're not going to
Well,
do it
what?
this year. We're not going to do it this year. We're
You're
going
not
to do
doing
it
it this year?
No.
Why not? Janice says yes.
Yeah, does she?
Yes.
No, we're going to do the UK City of Culture that year. Because what's the point otherwise of doing it? We'll do it during the UK City of Culture next year. Next year. We'll do it next year if we're still here.
What?
Yes, do it next year. We'll pick a nice day and we'll plenty of time to plan it. And all the things will be open. All the nice new things are all ready for us all. They'll be all.
Doesn't do that.
All the nice new things will be ready for us all. We'll do that. What are you laughing at? Nice new things are going to be ready for us all? Is that what you're laughing at?
Dream on.
You see, that's how much you love your city.
No, you'll not do it.
I will do it.
You won't.
You watch me.
Paul's on too.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, you would know about this.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, if the phone that you were talking about is an Apple, the shop where you bought it apparently can trace the phone. Do you know about that? You're a
I'm
man.
not sure about
You're
that.
into these things.
I have an Apple, yeah.
Well, you should know.
The shop can trace it? I'm
Yeah,
not sure they
Janice
can,
says
you know.
yes. Janice says yes.
Janet seems to know everything.
She's good today.
Bet she knows everything.
Yeah. So there you are.
All right, then, okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for the enthusiasm when told I was on the phone, Mr. Anderson.
Well, you see, I look forward to every call. Your call is important to us.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least you're live.
Like, what can you do for you?
Well, this call is for Sean, actually. So
This is for you, Sean.
All right. Will you listen?
I'll listen. Go ahead. You're talking to him.
Sean, me and my esteemed colleagues in work here were wondering what is the big show and why can we not get it in the big smoke up here?
Oh, he means the wee show, Sean.
Wee show. Well, I would rather Jerry talk about this.
I'll
because
tell you.
Modesty forbids me.
Well, you see, for a number of years now.
A great laugh.
Yeah.
It's a great laugh.
Give us another laugh there. Go on.
Can't I?
Go on. Go on. Go on.
Oh, right. No.
Go on.
Right, go.
All right then.
Tell him about the wee show.
Okay, I'm very happy to. A number of years ago, when the employment was bad, you hear, unemployment was rife, they decided that there needed to be a record programme in the afternoon for the unemployed. So Mr. Coyle was picked. And first of all, they had him on at lunchtime, and then they realised that the people didn't eat. So they moved him to 3. So between the hours of 3 and 5 o'clock on the small radio station, BBC Radio 4, Mr. Coyle plays terrible records for people who don't want to hear them.
I think, what about us up here? Why can't we hear him?
No, it's almost like a virus. We're afraid to spread it. In case, see, if Hugo's doing the same virus thing on Radio Ulster, there's no need for two of them.
Could he not take over from Hugo, please?
No, they're two separate viruses. The Hugo's virus is for, well, mid-Ulster basically, and for Belfast. And Sean's particular virus is covering the Maiden City. It's called the Maiden City virus. That's what they call the programme.
If I hear John Deere mentioned again between 1 and 3, I'm going to...
Good luck. The phones are jammed. At least Sean doesn't do that. Or maybe you do.
Exactly.
No, I don't.
You do, the phones are jammed.
I do not.
You do
I
you?
do not.
I never do that.
Just Janet.
The phones are jammed.
I don't do it.
Right, girls, behave.
Anyway, I appreciate your comment and your request, and I shall pass it on to the highest authorities in the land as to why the virus does not spread.
It would be much appreciated.
All right, then, good. Why don't you just listen to Hugo and get it over with?
No.
All right, then.
I'm on after.
No, you're on after. Do you realise you'd have to listen to Hugo
and
but you realise you'd listen to Hugo and then you'd have to listen to him. That's an hour between 1:30 and 5 of drivel. Do you think you can handle that?
But I put Radio 2 on as soon as 1:30 comes on.
Who's on Radio 2 in the afternoon? Steve Wright?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't know which is worse. Steve Wright's not too bad, of course. No, he's not too bad. He's anything better. Anyway, thank you for that.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a lovely day.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. It's the first time we were ever asked if they could hear your programme somewhere else. It's a red letter day. Marked it on the diary.
That's right. Haddlestown. Yes, where is it?
We still don't know where it is.
It's like your heart's done time in jail. After all these years, you have to let it out on bail. And if the past goes down the drain, I put my head in the clouds and I pray for rain. Well, 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 turn my face up to the lights. Well, 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 hope the days outnumber the nights. We held hands and we talked the whole night long. We knew the mood was right, but the time was wrong. Now the memory won't let me be. I'm like a plastic bag that's caught in a tree. Well, 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 turn my face up to the lights. Well, 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 hope the days outnumber the nights. And I know it's been a long, long time. I guess tonight you're just home. Think of all the moves you had to choose. Pick the day you win, not the 1,000 times you lose. There's no sense in looking back. Just ask William Shakespeare and Fleetwood Mac. Well, 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 turn your face up to the lights. Well, 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 hope the days, well, 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 turn your face up to the lights. Well, 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 hope the days outnumber the nights.
Is that a good song? That's Anthony Turner. I always loved that. That's called Well, Well, Well. Not a good song.
I love that wee song. I'd just be on TV on the UTV weather. Well, well, well. I love that.
Right.
Nice song.
Uh-huh.
So you finished now? Outside Belfast.
What do you mean outside Belfast?
Hannistown.
Is it really?
You know the Dundrod racetrack? Apparently there's a hairpin bend there or something. You turn off there.
Is that part of the Dundrod circuit?
Yeah. So it's...
Oh, that's right. You associate Hannistown with the Dundrod motorcycle thing. And there's an electric hill down there. Is there?
I don't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
No, why?
That lady wanted to know if there was an electric hill anywhere
near
around.
Hannistown. That's why we're looking for Hannistown.
Okay, that's why.
All right.
Why do you think we just wanted to find out where Hannistown was just for the hell of it?
I wasn't sure.
I know, I understand. That's okay. I'm playing another little song now. I'm going to play another song from Catherine Williams. I like this. That's Catherine Williams. That's an album which I've... hold on a second, where is it? Oh, here it is. It's called Relations, and that's a song called The Ballad of Easy Rider. Do you remember that from the movie? Hannistown is on the Black Mountain behind West Belfast, says James. Upper Springfield Road out of Belfast towards the airport near the Dundrod Circuit. Never heard of an electric hill, though, in that area. And he goes on to say that, talking about iPhones, iPhones do indeed have a Find My Phone app, which is very handy. Police in Belfast won't go and search for a phone located using this method, but it is very accurate for some reason. I don't know why he says that. And he says there may be some kind of a scam. People need to be careful. This is not the first phone to be lost in city centre pubs. Did a female, a stranger, join the company for a time and then leave again, just sitting in the close vicinity before heading for the ladies? In other words, there's a record. Maybe perhaps people have lost their iPhones before. A female stranger comes over and says, "What about you? All right, good night." And then sits there for a little while, and then goes to the toilet, presumably with your iPhone in her hot little hand. Hello, good morning. Good morning,
Gerry.
sir. Good morning, how are you?
Hello, Gerry. Fine, thank you.
I believe that... Go ahead, sorry.
The program you were talking about your uncle.
Yes.
Sitting by the fire.
Yes.
And he rarely said a word, never said a word, whatever.
I'm beginning to turn into him because that's what I want to do. I love an open fire and I just sit and look into it and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Well, I can suggest you were probably butting in his conversation.
Ah.
He was dealing in the art of soliloquy.
Maybe, perhaps, yes.
Well, I have a wee short poem for you, Thoughts of the Day and Soliloquy, okay?
Okay, go ahead, yeah.
To whom you're speaking, is it me you address? I'm not really with it, but I'm here nonetheless. I was stealing some time for reflection. I needed some space and sweet disconnection. I'll answer your questions, I'll pose some of my own. I won't raise my voice nor lower my tone. I'll wait till you're finished before I begin. I'll expect you to listen and not to butt in. Your voice sounds familiar. Have we spoken before? Please carry on talking while I listen some more. I'm convinced we've met. Perhaps we're related. If not, then our meeting has been solely created. I sense we're compatible. We get on very well. We're at ease with each other. It's not hard to tell. We seem to anticipate what the other might say. I feel our relationship is destined to stay. I'm enjoying our talk. It's brightened my day. As a matter of fact, it prompts me to say, despite what's been written, irrespective of what's said, the art of conversation will never be dead.
That's good. Thank you very much. Is that your own, is it?
Yes, it is, Gerry, yes.
Well done. Keep going. Ring us again. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Can you give a wee message, please, to Gerry and Rosaline Rooney, who are listening to your programme in Oakville, in Canada? Are you familiar with that place?
Yes, I've heard of it, yes.
Oakville, Canada. Let's say they're listening
Ontario.
Listening to your show on the net, and tell them that the O'Kanes are on their way.
Oh, okay.
Night is too long. You need a shoulder you can lean on. Call me. Call me.
This is Hans Tasink again. See how I've learned to say that?
Words of a love song are hurting you so. Lover has left, standing out in the cold. Call me. Call me. I can bring you the rainbow. Promise you silver, not gold. Oh, but darling, I can reach out a hand to hold.
I think that's the end of that.
Why did that
Rather
happen?
premature.
I don't know why that happened.
Is there dirt in your CD?
No. I don't know.
Not like you.
Stop like that.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Just check it.
No. It's not a weird thing to happen. It just stops like that.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, you've got 55 seconds, to
And you
talk.
can't, see, the worst thing about that is, even though you've discovered what the fault is, you can't put it back on again because you've no time. So I was nearly away. Look, good job I was here.
Funny, there's not enough time, and yet there's plenty of time because you've got to fill now for 55 seconds, and
Well, it's only 30 now.
Yeah, but it's a bit of an art doing it. So let's see how you get on with this now.
Well, what I always say in a situation like this is, please don't forget the snail mail. Even though the electronic media is here in its full might, you can send an email, you can send a text, but never forget that you can always write to me because, I love to hear from you, and I like to see the way you write because it tells me something about you. So please write to me, Gerry Anderson, BBC, 8 Northern Road, Derry, Stoke, London, Derry. I look forward to your letters. Thank you very much.